Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the GTPL Hathway's Q1 FY23 earnings conference call hosted by Emkay Global Financial Services. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand over the conference to Mr. Pulkit Chawla of Emkay Global Financial Services. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Michelle. A very good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome the management and thank them for this opportunity. We have with us today Mr. Anirudh Singh Jadeja, Promoter and Managing Director, Mr. Rajan Gupta, Chairman and Non-Executive Director, Mr. Piyush Pankaj, Business Head, CATV and Chief Strategy Officer, and Mr. Anil Bothra, Chief Financial Officer. I shall now hand over the call to the management for their opening remarks. Over to you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Pulkit. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you to all our Q1 FY23 year-end conference call. At the outset, I would like to express my gratitude to our stakeholders for being part of this growth journey. GTPL Hathway has begun financial year 23 on positive note with constant performance in digital cable TV and robust growth in broadband subscription revenue and ACB. We continue to explore our opportunity to expand our footprint throughout India and consolidate our presence in existing markets by leveraging our digital infrastructure and capability and building on the trust of customers by providing them enhanced service and product quality. With that, I hand over to Mr. Piyush Pankaj, who will take you through the business and financial aspects of the company.
Thank you, Mr. Jadeja. Good evening, everyone. I hope all of you are safe and healthy. I am pleased to announce the business and financial performance of GTPL Hathway, the largest MSO in India. GTPL Hathway is a consistently profit-making digital cable TV and broadband company in India, creating value for its stakeholders over past 6 years with a growth of digital cable TV subscribers by 2.3x and broadband subscriber base by 4.8x. We are a dividend-paying company from last 6 years and maintaining our net debt-free status. Our ranking in Dun & Bradstreet's India top 500 companies for 2022 as per net profit has improved by 60 places to number 364 as compared to the 2021 listing. Our CATV active subscriber base as on 30th June 2022 stands at 8.4 million and paying subscribers at 7.8 million. On YOY basis, the increase in active and paying CATV subscribers is 400K and 500K respectively. GTPL will continue to look at inorganic opportunities to augment its presence in existing and new markets. In the broadband business, we added 155K net subscribers on a YOY basis and 29K net subscribers in a QOQ basis. Home pass stood at 4.85 million as on 30th June 2022, an addition of 750K YOY. ARPU stood at rupees 450. The average data consumption per customer stands as 260 GB per month per customer, an increase of 17% from last year. Moving on to the financial performance, on a consolidated level, excluding EPC contract, in Q1 FY23, revenue grew by 10% YOY to rupees 6,454 million. The CATV subscription revenue stood at rupees 2,727 million, up by 3% YOY. The broadband segment delivered robust growth of 24% YOY and the revenue stands at rupees 1,139 million, led by healthy subscriber additions. Consolidated EBITDA for the quarter stood at rupees 1,354 million with a margin of 21%. EBITDA witnessed Marginal decrease YOY on account of depleting deferred activation revenue and one-time non-recurring expenses due to change in policy for provisions. PAT for the quarter stood at rupees 433 million. On a standalone basis, excluding EPC contract during Q1 FY23, the company's revenue grew by 9% YOY to rupees 4,079 million. The company reported EBITDA of rupees 753 million and PAT of rupees 274 million. Thank you everyone for your attention. We can now begin with question and answer session.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Amita from Serra Capital. Please go ahead.
There are more than 20 parties in the conference.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
See, I have only one or two questions. My first question is that, why our broadband number of subscribers are not increasing? I mean, in this quarter also we are seeing 29,000 only. My original hypothesis, was that, if we have 8.4 million, that is 84 lakh cable TV subscribers, and by changing the set-top box to hybrid and digital set-top box, etc., we can convert most of them to broadband. So effectively, our quarterly numbers should be much, much higher. Now, in the last year, in successive conference call, I heard that the management was telling that because of COVID, we could not do those tie-ups and all those stuff. But now that the tie-ups are happening, the JVs are happening, meaning local JVs, etc. So why these numbers are not increasing?
Yeah, Amitav. First, I will take on the broadband side, then on the hybrid box side. So, in the broadband, if I go for the gross additions, the gross additions are still increasing. We are seeing that this quarter also the gross additions is more than what we have did in last quarter or last quarter. Yes, as you know, the COVID has ended. The people who have adopted for the work from home or education from home, they all are going back to the offices and schools. So we are seeing some of the those customers who are shifting and they are closing. Means some of the customers are shifting to their main base for the work. Some are shifting as the schools have started. Those things have affected in this quarter, which we have seen that the gross addition is increased, but the net addition is still at the same range as we were doing it in the last 2 quarters. But we are very hopeful that as you know that broadband is an nascent industry and a lot of potentials are there which we are doing, and we are hopeful and we are confident that the numbers additions will increase as it was in earlier trend and as we have what we have expecting in the projections on that basis. Coming to your other question that the adaptability that we have introduced hybrid box, we have so much cable homes and those homes should convert into the broadband. You are right on that. We have started as you know that we are doing the B2C mainly in Gujarat and 6 of the cities, and we are adopting to the B2B conversions for the broadband also to expand our footprint. That business has taken off very well, and a lot of signing has already happened, which you will start seeing the numbers coming in quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. So we are confident that the numbers will increase in the coming quarters.
Any guidance on that? I mean, for example, about 29,000 will become a lakh in quarters per quarter, something like that. You are having some projections.
Amitabh, I can't give the future growth level and all on this call, but yes, we are expecting that the growth will be there, the good growth will be there. Yeah, I can't give you the exact numbers or exact projections on this call. We can connect one-to-one and we can do something on that.
My last question would be that you had some problem you were facing on the hybrid box level, especially when you were changing the channels, etc., the delay, etc. So that all those things have been sorted out now. It is.
Those all things have been sorted out. So that's one of the factors for delaying our launch by around 1.5 months. But all those factors has been sorted out, and now the response and the quality and everything is very good. Customers are happy with the performance.
Okay, thank you.
Piyush, this is Rajan Gupta here. I request you should meet gentlemen separately and also make sure there are no misunderstanding there on that hybrid box ability to convert a consumer from a cable to broadband consumer.
Yeah,
there seems to be some conceptual understanding gaps. Let's make sure that is clear. Otherwise, next call also same thing will happen. So there is absolutely no connection of launching hybrid box with the increase in broadband customers or any automatic increase in broadband customers. So please make sure that network understanding is there.
That's right. Just to clarify once again, hybrid box is the box which converts your non-smart TV into smart TV, and it gives the capability in the box of giving the CATV and OTT together as a combo. It can work on any broadband, whether it is GTPL broadband or any other third-party broadband. This box will work on that. Just to give the clarity on it.
Yeah, that I understand, but thank you for clarifying anyway. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Shailendra M. from Veda Financials. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call. First of all, I want to congratulate you for sustaining the performance. So on a YOY basis, the performance looks quite encouraging, but on a quarter-to-quarter basis, it's kind of flat. So that's okay. I'm happy to note that you are optimistic about growing in near future. So I just wanted to understand what is the response to this, the GTPL Genie new set-top box, and how. So forget about the broadband part. How will it help you to convert some of the standard cable customers into this? And there is a second question, which is, when your depreciation numbers are quite high, so these are real depreciations or, they are accelerated depreciation? So there are two questions.
So just to give you, thank you, Shailendra. You're right that quarter 4 to quarter 1 is flat, and if you see from YOY basis, the growth is there. As you know, that as we have appointed Deloitte as a statutory auditors of the company, the provision policy has been made consistent with the GTPL group and revenue stream, and one-time provisions has been taken in quarter 1 FY23, which is part of other operating admin and selling expenses. That's why you're seeing the flat results in quarter in comparison to QOQ. See, on the
how much are those provisions? Can you please say, which we may not expect in futures? How much is the quantum?
Yeah, it's around 5 crore, which is there.
Okay.
Which we are not expecting in the future. So on the Genie box, the initial customer response is very favorable, and we have seen surge in hybrid STBs inquiries. Being the new product, the initial response and consumer adaptability is moderate, and that is owing to larger validity packs of 6 and 12 months. And giving all the major OTT apps, we are giving the 15 apps in the offering. As many customers have already subscribed to some OTT apps, we got the feedback that they want to go for a hybrid upon completion of their existing subscription period. Now, so based on the market feedback, we will be coming up with lower validity packs and introduce small bundles of OTT packs to cater larger customer demands better. Further, we also plan to offer the OTT bundles to our broadband customers and existing cable TV customers in their regular subscription plan. This would enable us to expand our horizon in terms of customer base for OTT offerings and customer stickiness. During the quarter, we have seeded around 5,000 hybrid STBs till date, and we are looking forward that as we will make it more attractive for the consumer in the coming days, the more adoption will happen towards the GTPL Genie boxes. Another question was depreciation. On the accelerated depreciation. So, Sharendra, can you repeat the last question on the accelerated depreciation, if you can?
So, just wanted to understand your depreciation is quite high. So, is it basically the set-tops, whatever you are providing free of cost, you are depreciating that? So, what is the policy, and can we add that depreciation back to the cash flow? Is it a non-cash item, or it's actually a real depreciation? It has to be written off. I needed to understand that.
As you know that we have procured our hybrid boxes last year only, but the capitalization of those boxes has started in this quarter, and that is the way. So already the cash, you can say that the cash has not happened. It is more of an accounting policy, but the depreciation has started coming from this quarter.
Okay. So these are basically your set-top boxes you are depreciating, right?
That's right.
So how much do you spend annually on, at let's say quarterly on set-top boxes currently?
So as we have given in earlier call also, that the total capex for we are looking forward for around 450 crore in this financial year, and out of that, right now we did spend around 86 crore. 46 crore is in the broadband, and 44 crore is attributable to the cable TV currently. On cable TV, I will say around 90% capex goes into the set-top boxes.
Okay. So it's approximately 35 crores, 39 crores, something like that on set-top boxes.
Yeah.
That's for a quarter.
Yeah, that's a quarter.
And how much, over how many years do you depreciate the set-top boxes?
It's the depreciation policy, which is going on from the long, it is 8 years.
8 years. And is it, so approximately 12.5% straight line basis, or it is the written down value method?
So this is on a straight line basis.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Arjun Shah, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Congratulations on a good quarter. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about NTO that is being rolling out, as it's going to be rolled out soon. So I think the industry generally, particularly the broadcasters, have been quite pessimistic about the whole thing. I think our team has been quite optimistic. So is it because of the revenue split between the LCOs, broadcasters and us changing, or what is the nature behind the optimism? is what I'm trying to get a feel of.
Rajan sir, will you take this question, please?
Can we repeat the question, please?
He's talking about the implementation on NTO and what is going to be, how it is going to be favorable for us or LCOs or broadcasters, and what are the split and how we look forward on this in NTO.
No, essentially, as of now, I think contours are still taking shape. So I don't think so. We are into implementation phase. Current deadline is for December for implementation. And I think as of now, we are neutral about that. Okay. So as of now, we remain neutral. And wherever possible, anyway, ARPU increase opportunity, we are trying. But from an NTO perspective, as of now, we are neutral.
Okay, fair enough. And I just wanted, I think there were other questions about this as well. On the cable TV front, we saw margins shrinking a bit this quarter. Is that something we expect to continue in the future, or it also has a lot to do with depreciation, I assume, but other factors as well? I think you said provision. Is there anything else that we should keep an eye on?
Arjun, I always I will repeat myself that whenever you're seeing the cable business margin, you have to net the pay channel and the carriage and placement income. On that basis, if you see the margins, we are at the same margin. We have not reduced on the margin side. Yes, as you know that as the pay channel increases, your placement and my carriage income also increases. And on that basis, my denominator increases. The net, if you do the net of that, you will find that our margins are same.
Understood.
And we are expecting that from here onwards, the margin will improve. Margin should improve.
Okay, understood. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Hardik Jain from ISJ Securities. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Jain.
Yeah. Hi. So thank you for the opportunity. Like the question was asked before also, I just want to repeat it. So we have around 30,000. We added around 29,000 broadband customers this quarter. But I don't want you to give us a guidance, but if you can share us what is your aspiration, how many customers, how are you preparing the organization, how many customers as an organization you want to reach in broadband, say in next 3 years from say 8 lakh odd numbers today. Do we see ourselves reaching 15 lakh, 20 lakh customers in next 3 to 4 years?
Hardik, we are, as you know, that from last 5 years when we did the IPO, we are at around 200K, and we have grown around 4x in the last 5 years. We want to do the additions on the same level or increased level of that, and that's the endeavor on which company is working. This quarter, we have maintained that, as I already explained, that the gross additions are happening, gross additions are increasing. If we are seeing that the gross additions are increasing, that's very encouraging for the management and for the company, as we will see that whoever have to adopt or you have to get out of that adoption, that's already happened as the situations are.
And what would have been the gross addition, sir, this quarter?
It's close to around 76,000 quarter.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we are hopeful or we are confident that the additions numbers will be on the same trend as we were doing from last 3 to 4 years.
And out of the 76,000, if you can bifurcate, say, Gujarat and non-Gujarat in this?
So 90% in Gujarat.
90% will be Gujarat. Okay. And sir, one of our main cost item is bandwidth cost, that we have to purchase bandwidth. So just wanted to understand, please pardon me for my ignorance. So whom do we purchase this bandwidth from typically?
So all telecom, like even the Airtel, Vodafone, Reliance Jio.
Okay. And as our scale increases, do we have the benefit of scale in the sense that the per unit cost of this bandwidth decreases for us as we grow in size, or it doesn't matter?
Rajan sir, can you take this?
Yeah, Piyush, essentially, I'll also put some light on the first question you asked, gentlemen. So, in terms of growth potential, etc. Okay. So, broadband consumer number growth is directly linked to home pass growth. Okay. Typically, what we are seeing in a competitive market, 20% penetration of home pass is what we are able to get. Okay. In an urban area, because urban area typically you have 3 players competing, and 60% of the market typically is subscribing to broadband, so you are able to take 1/3. Okay. So typically 20% is what you are able to take in a metro kind of in market. Of course, in a rural and semi-urban markets, penetrations are lower, but your market share is higher. So essentially 20% to home pass is what you are able to get it. Okay. So as we keep on investing in more and more home passes, okay, like Gujarat itself, for example, there's no reason why Gujarat can't be a 2 billion market itself for GTPL.
Right.
I mean, we had done a project also sometime back, which means that up to every panchayat, fiber is there. Okay. Only issue is that the whole home pass has to be created. Okay.
Right.
Fiber is a trunk line which is available. Okay. But then whole home pass till consumer home has to be created. Okay. Right. I think this quarter we've done 1.5 lakh home pass, Piyush, if I'm correct. And so we had to add more home passes. Okay. And then, but from a long-term perspective, as you mentioned, from 3 to 5 year perspective, Gujarat itself can be a 2 million market with the way broadband demand in second-level cities and third-level cities is increasing. And essentially, we have a working model at a very low ARPU of 450 itself. There's a very healthy EBITDA of greater than 40% we can deliver. So essentially, model is very workable model. You will appreciate even with 450 rupee ARPU, even in a semi-urban area or a tehsil level town, affordability is there. We are talking about FTTH kind of high-speed broadband, unlimited data, that kind of price point with a very profitable proposition. So it's a matter of now we have to see how much cash flow we have and how much we can roll it out. So that's the whole endeavor which management team is trying. Right. Coming to bandwidth, of course, there is a scalability. As with scale increasing in, bandwidth cost can come down to as low as 8 to 10%. There are companies where bandwidth cost with the scale is reaching to as low as 8 to 10% of the revenue.
Okay. Yeah. So that was my question. Thanks for answering.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parth Kotak from Alpha Plus Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for taking my question, sir. So I have a couple of questions, and please, I would be sorry if I'm repeating one of the questions. So CATV revenue, as we've seen, the paying subscribers have increased and subscription revenue would have increased, but I think our average revenue per customer on the digital cable business would have gone down. One, is that the right reading, and why is it so?
You're talking about the ARPU?
Yes, that's correct. ARPU on the digital cable business.
Yeah, ARPU in digital cable TV business in this quarter we have seen around 1 rupees it has come down. Okay. Because of some of you can say the market which we lose in the higher side and got into the lower ARPU side, but that will be get corrected within a quarter and 2 quarter time.
Perfect. And it would be helpful.
Mr. Parth Kotak,
yeah?
You are not audible. Can you please repeat your question?
Yes, is this better?
Better.
It is better. Please proceed.
Thank you. Yeah, my question was if you could throw some light on your performance in newer geographies.
Newer geographies, we have entered into Madhya Pradesh, we have entered into the northeast markets, Tamil Nadu, on the 4-5 markets we have entered, and there the progress are very well. Already in Tamil Nadu, we are pushing 500,000. In Northeast also, we are entered into Manipur and Tripura and all, where already the numbers are increasing in a very good rate. Same is happening in the MP, and we are looking forward that we will enter into new geographies in the coming quarters.
That is very encouraging, sir. Sir, my last question is, our revenue from EPC contract is zero. Do we expect it to remain zero for the coming years, or how do we see it?
Yeah, EPC contract, this is a one-time contract which we did for the GFGNL, which is BharatNet project. We are O&M, the operation and maintenance of that network is still continuing, which is coming in as an operating revenue in our books. And it's a general business because it is a 7-year contract which is there with the Gujarat government, GFGNL. We are looking forward for this type of project as we have developed those capability and we want to encash those capabilities. So we are looking for the BharatNet type of projects in other states, and plus we are looking forward for some other government projects, small or bigger, in Gujarat and smaller states also, other states also.
Okay. Thanks for answering all my questions. That's all from my side.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ria from Equitas Investments. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. This is Pratiksha here. So, my first question is on cable TV. You mentioned that our gross addition was 76,000. So, how much of this would be basically, a migration to Genie, and how much of this is inorganic growth? If you could give those numbers.
Hi, Pratiksha. Pratiksha, 76,000 gross addition is in the broadband, which we have mentioned.
Okay. So then, all right. So what about
already given that we have seeded around 5,000 hybrid boxes in this quarter.
Okay, 5,000 in this quarter. Okay. And do we have any other inorganic growth on cable TV front? Gross basis?
Those are in the pipeline. That will come into the next quarter, the other quarter.
Okay, I think for this quarter, right?
I think for this quarter.
Okay. And the ARPU in cable TV for this quarter would be?
It's close to around 119 rupees.
Okay. So, typically if we started deploying Genie, we would have